Hello friends, welcome back to the vlog. On another episode of spring cleaning, I have been going a little haywire today. I have two new boarders that are moving in. Tomorrow is April 1st, so I was kind of moving some horses around and trying to reorganize the barn. This means as of April 1st, I reopened the shed row stalls, which I've been trying to do today. And in turn, I found that there was a bunch of birds living in the shed row stalls, so that has been a fun adventure. On the theme that we have been rolling with spring cleaning, I'm not only cleaning and organizing for those new boarders to move in, which we can wrap up together this morning, but I also wanted to start cleaning up the ponies today. It's a little bit warmer. I don't know that we're going to do baths today. It's not quite that warm. However, I'm hoping to do some mane and tail tidying, maybe some clipping if I get to it. That would be great. We host a series of at-home schooling shows, and we have those coming up. So Norman and Gypsy will be doing the at-home show with a couple of the kids, so I want to make sure they're nice and tidy and they look very presentable again, since they're both little woolly beasts, even though they got clipped a couple times over the winter. It's been a cold couple of days, and I'm going a little haywire today because I didn't get as much done the last couple of days as I wanted to, so the second it felt warm and 50 today, I was like, yes, time to go. We have some storms coming in later, which unfortunately means some of the horses stay in, so I'm going to finish cleaning up the barn now that I've moved some of those stalls around. Actually, I have to strip a couple stalls today and rebed them for the new boarders. And then I'm going to start with Norman today. He is a little unruly, so I figure we'll go with him first. Heavyweight blankets are probably not necessary anymore, so I'm going to put all these extra blankets for boarders upstairs. Just keeps my blanket bars looking a little bit cleaner. As you can see, even with fleece coolers and rain sheets, they get pretty full fast, so I just try to keep all the excess blankets upstairs. Also, the grooming boxes that we talked about a couple of vlogs ago, I guess I'm going to have to move everyone's stuff kind of around, or at least clean out the couple boxes that people are going to use. And actually, while I'm up here, I'm going to go ahead and throw hay because, believe it or not, it's already 1 o'clock, so I might as well do that while I'm up here. Unfortunately, the first boarder that used this box accidentally spilled copper sulfate everywhere, which is why it's blue. When one of the little working students gets here later, I'm going to have her use some wood cleaner to clean off those boxes, but at least they got dusted out, so they just need a good scrub down. I just personally like to dust and wipe out my box once a month and clean up my stuff, but that's just because I'm maybe a little bit neurotic, I don't know. Okay, now that I feel like I've done spring cleaning and reorganized for everyone else, it's time for me to strip those two stalls for those boarders. I'm going to have one of my little working students put shavings in them and bed them down, so we won't do that together today. I don't know if you can see that there's bird poop everywhere. Clearly they've been nesting in here. I had left these stalls perfectly scrubbed and swept out when we closed them down for the winter, but clearly they're going to need some cleaning up. But again, that's something I'm going to put my working students on, so we're not going to tackle that today. Some of those things that they can handle, I like to leave for them because I have enough work to do, and those are tasks that they can do by themselves. So When I have new boarders arrive, kind of just out of courtesy, I strip the old shavings out of a stall and I will put new shavings in. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, I think it's time to take a break from stalls. I do have 2 more to strip, but I think I need a mental break, so let's work on Norman. Okay, I'm definitely not gonna get to clipping him today, which honestly is probably for the best because he desperately needs a bath first. But I am gonna work on his mane and tail today. I got a Smart Grooming mane rake that I'm really excited to try on him. I had one of the working students braid his mane over, so hopefully it's easier for us today. His coat is growing in like funny colors because he's getting a summer coat, but he has funny skin, so he definitely needs a clip to even everything out. So, let me grab a brush. So if you followed the vlog for a while, you've seen me use the Smart Grooming tail rakes. I will link the Smart Grooming website in the description. But they also make a mane rake, which is supposed to thin mane. So Norman and Gypsy notoriously have really thick crests, which Haflingers, that's very common for the breed. But because they have a thick crest, they have a really thick mane, and pulling it just makes it shorter. It does thin it, but their hair is so thick it doesn't really do that much. So what I'm hoping to do is kind of thin it out a little bit, and that way it can continue to be braided down, but not as thick. You know, Haflingers are just a breed that has, like I said, a big crest, so they naturally have a really thick mane. I personally would love to roach Norman's mane, but my boss is really not into that, which is fine. So I'm just taking these braids out really fast, and then we'll use the mane rake on it, and I'll show you guys what it does. I'm pretty excited about this today. Okay, just to kind of put into perspective how thick this mane is, I mean, like, it's so thick. Like, look at how much hair this is. It's like a full human ponytail in one hand. This is much thicker than the normal mane. At first I tried pulling it all the time, but I found that by pulling it, as you can see, some of it got clipped. By pulling it, I made it so short that it just stood up straight, and he had a mohawk, so, which is also what happens with Jippy. Okay, so this is the Smart Grooming mane rake. I will have to look up which size tooth I got, and I will write that in the description because I don't remember off the top of my head. But what it's supposed to do is you brush through the hair with it. Oh, wow. And it thins the mane for you. Let's start down here. Wow, Normie. I realize I'm doing this with no rhyme or reason. I should probably start at the top. I'm gonna pause, and this is the before, and then I'm gonna skip to the after part. Okay, so I'm halfway through, and I wanted to show you guys the difference. This is much thinner than this. It's probably a little bit hard to tell in the video, but it definitely works. It's still nice and long. I also feel like I will probably end up pulling the ends, so I'll probably end up like pulling out the scraggly hairs like this. But that's a project for another day. I'm gonna do the rest of it, but it definitely works. This is much thinner, and this is very thick still. There's literally a yellow lab on the floor. So I think instead of tackling his tail today, I'm gonna just trim the ends, and that'll be done for that. Okay, that's all I have time for today. I have to go help. We're moving jumps in the ring. So sorry for the abrupt ending, but I'm getting really busy, and I'll see you guys next time with more pony cleanups.